All right, good morning, people and everybody out there. It's been a while, but I am back. It's great to see everybody. It is April 12th, Tuesday, April 12th. Holy cow, it's been a while since I've been off. I've had a lot of things going on, and I'm going to recap everything here a little bit here, getting going. But boy, man, I can't believe it. Last time I was on with you guys was April 1st. It was April Fool's Day. I was just going back through my notes here, and Jazzy and Steve were just on their way to WrestleMania. It did go well. They had a great time. But boy, yeah. Holy Week this week. So that's really a great thing that I wanted to get back for. A lot going on, of course, coming up this week with that, and something that is a special time for all of us, and we will be part of that all week long. We've got I've got some things that I'm wanting to go over here real quick this morning, just kind of get you guys all caught up to date on what's been going on with me, because I have been gone for 12 days. I did take a trip up to Indianapolis. Like you guys all know, I drove up there that following Monday, and I was up there from Monday to Friday, and weather was really kind of cold and crummy, so it wasn't the greatest time up there. I was able to get a few things done, not as much as what I would have liked, for when I am going up there at the end of this month to really get things kicked off for Green Lawn up there. The flight, everything, the drive went great. I don't think I really ran into any traffic anywhere. It was smooth as it could be, and the flight back actually went really good. So no problems in my traveling. Yesterday was yesterday. I wanted to get on yesterday too, but I can't even remember. So I just thought I really got to make sure I get on today. But yesterday was Steve's birthday, Jazzy's fiance and my future son-in-law. He turned 40 years old. So Steve celebrated his 40th birthday like any 40-year-old man would, of course, at the Justin Bieber concert. Actually, that was his payback for dragging Jazzy to the WrestleMania. I shouldn't say dragging. I think Jazzy really had a great time, and I think he probably had a great time at Bieber last night. Bieber, he's I know his music might not be for everybody, but actually, I don't think he's too bad of a kid for everything he's gone through. I saw his mom last night on I can't remember what it was, but they did an interview of her, and really a neat lady that a very Christian lady that believes in God, and really raised her children that way, and Justin that way. And it was kind of a neat story, because she has a lot of stuff that I think a lot of us hold in us when raising your children. And she said, obviously I didn't know I was going to have this superstar when I was raising him. He always had talents, and obviously Justin hit it big when he was pretty young. But she said, I always instilled our values in him, and our family, and God and Jesus upbringing. And you take him to church, and you teach him how to be a good young man, or a good daughter, and you raise them. And when they get to a certain age, you have to rely on what you did to get them to this stage is going to continue them in life on a safe journey, and a journey that makes them a better person and who they are. And it's really neat when you see something like that, and a mom talking about their child like that. And because that's kind of like how we do it too. All you can do is really put your love into your children, and give them the chance to meet the Lord, and to be raised that way through a Christian upbringing, and then hope that they stick with it. And it really is something that they embrace as well. And she said, obviously when you're someone like Justin Bieber, and you're all over the place, I don't know, how often he gets to church, or what his religious schedule is, but I do believe that that he was raised that way, and that he does have a very strong religious belief. So, oh my goodness, I'm in my bunker, and I just saw two raccoons walk by. Holy cow, pretty crazy. They're going off into the woods. I didn't know those guys. It's just starting to get light. I guess I think they got to retreat to darkness now. So, oh, they're big. So I see Michelle stopped joining me, and that's great. I can't wait to see her. Her and Kathy are going to be coming up tomorrow, and we cannot wait. And actually, we've got a really special surprise. I don't know if you know this or not, but also I was going to say this: Tuesday's show, our Tuesday night show tonight, is going to be canceled. And the only reason why is we've got a few things going on, and the big one is part of the surprise. And leave it to the Twerbergers again. Here we go again. We got another puppy on the way. So Bianca decided that for her graduation present, she would also like to become a fur mama. So she picked out a puppy, and she actually comes in tonight. So she comes in about 7:45, and Bianca drove down from Tallahassee last night so she could go to the airport and pick her up. So Bianca's just the timing that it was, yeah. So you're gonna get to see a little puppy tomorrow, Michelle. So I won't tell you anything about her yet. I won't give the name out or the kind or any pictures, but obviously you'll be seeing this little girl on our timeless shows before long, because if you guys watch us, you know that we're a dog family, and we love our pets. They're a special part of our life. They always have been. I know so many people out there that are watching and that listen to us too are the same way, that really love dogs, and what a great thing they are in your life. And I was talking to a lady. We were at a show. We were at we did a market this weekend, and this past weekend, and it was really cool. So we took all our timeless stuff there, and set up our show to get out in front of people, because so much of the time we just do stuff online, and it's nice when people can actually feel your clothes and kind of look at them up close, and you can interact with them that way. So we were at that. And it's outdoor, of course, so there's dogs all over the place. And I went and got Stoli, because it wasn't too far away from here. So I went back and got Stoli and took her there, and I'd walk around. And I met one lady that when we were talking, or that we were walking around, and she said that she had just lost one of her puppies. So she went out and got another puppy. And her family is, well, how can you do that so soon? And she responded to him, I think, in a very good way, because it's kind of the same way I think, as that, she said, they make me happy, and I just love them so much, and I don't feel it's disrespecting my puppy that I just lost, that I want to give another dog that love, and I love the love that the dog gives me. And you know what? I love that. I just think that is so cool, because I feel the same way. And a lot of you guys that know us closely know that we lost a couple dogs last year that we'd had with us for a long time. Smokey was 17 going on 18 when we had to put him down, and Slashy was 13. And we went and we got Sky pretty quickly after that. We got him in October for Courtney and Ryan, and and I don't know, some people maybe thought the same thing. Wow, they kind of replaced Smokes pretty quick. But you know what? We felt the same way. We love the energy of having puppies in the house and just raising dogs and having being part of our family. And we're sitting around last night, and when we have dogs in our house too, and Val does a great job of keeping the house in great shape. And Slash, or our new puppy Sky, he chews on everything, so he's wrecked some of our furniture, and he jumps up on the furniture and this and that. And I when Val gets too upset, I'll say, someday, when we're old and we're 75, 80 years old, and we don't have pets to jump around and chew on our furniture and pee somewhere or do something, and we can just have nice stuff and sit there and be and have nice stuff and not worry about that. And she's like, nope, I would hate that. And I'm like, yeah, morning, Stacy. And I was like, well, see, so I mean, dogs aren't human beings. You can train them as much as you can, but sometimes they're gonna, especially when they're puppies, they're gonna cause a little havoc, but that's the nature of the game. That's how it goes. So, so that's what's happening for us tonight, and why the show is not going to be around. So, look for us throughout the rest of the week, though, because obviously there'll be a Wednesday morning show, probably, or Wednesday morning, just to kind of introduce you to the new little girl. So that's really exciting for us. So the timeless givebacks, I just wanted to let you know, and again, that all kind of wraps into our love for dogs too, because our first one that we chose this year, or this month, for our timeless givebacks with our timeless cross collection is Coco's dog rescue. And I think we've got links and everything through that, and the fundraising is going pretty decent. Obviously I would like it to be thousands and thousands of dollars, but in time we'll get to where we want to be. And for this month, it's a great start, and so we're very happy with that, because it's also the giving is something that it's really true to us too. So we love that. So that's kind of our recap, where what's been going on the last few days and the last week, and where I've been and what we've been up to. So now I just wanted to talk to you guys a few minutes about a few other things. Some things that I've been in my time off reflecting on, and just what, I guess, where I've been in my spiritual journey. And like I said, this week obviously is an important week for us Christians. And so leading into this week, kind of where I am, because what I think you're obviously your road to your own personal spiritual journey can start anytime. It maybe you have been religious from the first day you went to church and your mom took you, or your mom and dad took you, or your grandpa and grandma took you, and you've been able to hold that throughout your whole life. That's fantastic. And we're real lucky with our girls, because they are like that, and they've had that their whole life. And even though I was raised kind of like that, there was times through my life where I let my religious beliefs kind of really fall to the wayside. And I'm so happy that I've been able to get that back on track. And for me, it's been probably a good, I can pinpoint it real close to the spring to summer of 2019, when some stuff in my life was kind of getting turned upside down. And it's, again, when I stopped my drinking as well. But it's where, when I got to that point in my life, and I needed help, and it's where I went to lean on. And it was at that time that for me, it became a special time. And now I'm able to go there I on a daily basis. And I like I've told you before, it's something that's always near and dear to me now too. And it's something that I don't know sometimes, because I'm not a preacher, I'm not. And this is something that I ask God for every single day, because I feel it is so important to be able to talk about it and spread God's word. And I ask him for strength every day for this, because I want to come off as knowledgeable and having what he's given to me, and be able to express it to you guys, to anyone that I talk to, on how God has helped me, and how he can help you, and what he's done for you, and just how he's forgiven what he has done to sacrifice his own son to give us, free us from our sins. It's just an incredible way to get through your life. And it's, the belief system is, there's so much that I plan on talking about this week about my spirituality. and what it's done for me, and how I really think if you don't have the spirituality in your life, it's something that honestly you really should spend some more time with, and get in it, looking into it and trying to get just to bring it into your life. It gives you so much peace. It in times where you're troubled and you just need to step back and take a breath, to be able to close your eyes and pray and talk to the Lord. It is such a comforting feeling, and I'm telling you, to the thing about, obviously, about religion, and so much of it is a belief system, because God's not going to generally walk through your front door and say, hey, I'm here, how can I help you? Obviously, and that's probably one of the reasons why there's so many skeptics out there on how it works. But you always hear the phrase that the Lord works in mysterious ways, and they're really not that mysterious if you keep your eyes open on what's going on. Even when you're struggling, He's walking right beside with you, and He's even giving you the support to handle things how you're handling them at all times. So a couple things, and when I say things aren't too late, some things that have grabbed my attention lately, I can't wait to see, and I don't go to, me and Val never go to movies. I think we were talking what our last movie was we went to, and I think it was that first one that came out a few years ago, that Stephen King one. But my favorite actor, and I say this to Val all the time, I think we'd be best friends if I could ever meet him, is Mark Wahlberg. I absolutely love that guy. I've always enjoyed his films, and I can't wait to see this new one that he's got coming out, Father Stu. And basically, it looks like kind of a guy that's been down and out. He's been to jail. He's had some problems in life, and he turns his life around and becomes a father and leads his spiritual journey. And the story not only sounds phenomenal, because it just shows you and tells you that no matter what you go through in life, that God is always there for you, and you can always turn things around. So no matter how down in the dumps you ever get or find yourself, just know He's there for you, and He's waiting for you. So that's something that always to know that you have that ability to reach Him at any time. You don't have to make an appointment for God. That's a beautiful thing. You don't have to get on your day planner or like making an appointment with the doctor or anything nowadays. It takes months to get your furniture or whatever. You know what? God's very accessible. All you got to do is find a place, get on your knees and pray to Him. You don't even have to, you can lay in your bed and pray to Him. I can go in the next room and I can talk with God, and He's listening. So that is one of the beautiful things. So getting back to Father Stu, I'm very excited to see that movie, because I love Mark Wahlberg. I always call him Marky Mark still, from his days back then. And I don't know if I was such a big fan of his back then when he was doing his Calvin Klein commercials and some of that stuff. I know the women probably loved him back then, but just how he's become, you hope, I guess, sometimes when you see people on TV or on the internet or wherever you might see them, that they're portraying who they are. And I feel like he is the real deal, as far as he's a family man, loves his family. I love that. They've got a big family, the Wahlbergs. He was very close to his mother, that me and Val actually met a couple of years ago up in Boston. We went to a Wahlburgers, one of the their burger joint places, and it was actually the original one, and it was across from his mom's restaurant, Alma's, I think it was called. And we, after we went over, Val's like, I want to go over to Alma's and just maybe get a drink over there. I'm like, all right, so let's go over there. So we walked across the street, and it was closed. And we're like, oh, well, that's too bad. so we could just kind of peeked our nose in, and she was actually there. And she invited us in, so just me and Val went in. We talked to her for a minute or two. They had a water main, I think, that had broke or something like that. And she invited us in and let us take a couple pictures in their restaurant. And it was all just us, in there. And it was really nicest lady in the world. And it was really a neat experience. So like I said, we love that family aspect I love the family aspect that he has been brought up in. He's got the brothers, so I can relate to that. I love his Americanism or patriotism that he always shows. And I just feel like and now taken to the religious side too, he's like I say, he's a lot like me, and I honestly I think we would be really good friends. Which when you find someone that has a lot of the same beliefs as you, it's kind of a neat thing. Also, one other thing that another person that I really found interesting last night too is I watch. I don't like. I think you guys, I've told you this before, but I don't like to sit and watch CNN or MSNBC or Fox, them things at length or too often. But I do enjoy a show on Fox called The Five, and some of you are probably familiar with it. It's on at 5 o'clock, and I've been watching it probably for 10 years. So almost since it's become on, and it's a roundtable show. And I kind of watch it more because I've grown just to like the people that are on it. There's like Dana Perino's on it. Jesse Waters is on it. Greg Gutfeld, I just find him very funny. And then they'll usually have a Democrat on it as well, or a liberal, and they'll discuss kind of topics of the day that are going on. And last night they had Kathie Lee Gifford on it, or Kathie Lee, I think she's just known as now. And I've never known too much about Kathie Lee either, but again, just a neat lady that was talking about her faith last night. And the point she made, I found so really hit home for me, because she said she doesn't like to get political with anything, with her beliefs. Her beliefs lead her to her decisions and what she does in life and what she believes in. And I find that so much to be true with me too. And that's why I've told you guys before, I can take a side of either side. I don't take a hard line one way or the other, because like she said, we're all God's children no matter what, and that that is true. That whether you believe in God or you don't, you're still His child. If you are, if you're a Republican or a Democrat, you're still His child. God created us all. So just in the times of our differences, when we're back and forth and we're arguing with each other over, petty things, whatever and obviously some are major, but whatever they might be, remember we all come from the same place. It doesn't matter if you're black, if you're white, if you're Indian, or if you're Chinese, or if you're from Hawaii, or from Malaysia, or from Europe, or whatever. We're all children of God. And that is something that sometimes we have to remember. And if we all did remember, I think things could be a lot better. So my message is always going to be, when I'm talking to people, to remember that. Remember, we all come from the same place, and remember, we should all be on the same team. This is our life, and this we should try to make it as great as it can be, working with everyone always together. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did and you liked any of my message, please feel free to share. Like I said, we won't be around tonight, but we will be. Who knows? We could pop in really late tonight. So if you're up and you see us come on, there could be a little surprise for you tonight. Otherwise, there'll probably be for sure a formal announcement in the morning. So once again, I thank you guys for joining me and for watching. I really appreciate it. I know I've kind of let some of my viewers, I had a nice little viewership going where some people were joining me in the morning. Michelle, obviously, thank you so much. You're one of my best people always tuning in for me. I appreciate it because obviously when I say what I'm saying, especially when I'm trying to pass God's word around, I'm hoping as many people listen to me as I can because like I say, I ask for God's strength in this every single day, and I'm going to keep coming at you, and I'm going to keep coming at everyone around me to let them know that Jesus Christ is their Savior, and I want to see as many people, all of us up in the kingdom of heaven someday. So that's my goal. All right, peace out, guys. I love you all. Let me see if I can, on my way out here, give you guys a little bit of exit music. All right, I will be back tomorrow morning for sure. Now that I'm back in my routine, I'll tell you, it kind of felt crazy. I felt like I just wasn't on my game the last week or so without seeing you or without talking to you guys. So hopefully I get back in my game here. And in fact, that is my plan, because when I get off on days like this, I get ready to roll. And now we have got a Tuesday, guys. Everyone get out there and enjoy it. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you tomorrow morning.